Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to do a second part to the HEXGO video that I did earlier today. So there's many parts to this product, and it has basically a 60-day free trial, so it's definitely worth checking out. You can listen to some of my videos, but you can also just go to the website. I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can go and just check out the 60-day trial for yourself. I wasn't super impressed with my first venture into this, but this section of the product is a lot better. Before we get started, I want to bring to your attention again that if you want to come to the webinar that Lance from thetatraders.com and I are doing on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we're calling it Monday Super Spreads. It's basically how Lance is able to take trades on a Monday and just let the profits rack up at a 90% win rate. And it's pretty cool. Here's the example of a trade that was done on June 17th. This will be the type of trade that's included in the new service that we're launching on Thursday night. It's going to be the lowest cost service ever for theta traders. I think it's going to be such super value. You're really gonna like this. So this is a trade he took. We're going to explain what it's all about. We're going to show the last 2 years of results. And basically you can see from June 17th, June 24th, he made 5% on his funds in just the 7 days. During that 7 days, he was actually in New York. So he was actually at the stock exchange with the raging, with the bull in the background. So these are very passive. He wasn't actively managing this at all. He just set and forget. And so it's very passive. So it's definitely something that if you're not familiar with this type of trading, or maybe you're slightly familiar with it and you want to learn more and join a service that's going to really help you take it to the next level, definitely come to our webinar, which again is on Thursday this week, so 6/27, 7:30 Eastern Time. The best way to make sure you don't miss it is to go to the link in the description below that I'm going to leave for this to take you to this video. Hit the notify me button or subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications turned on so when we go live you'll actually get notified. It's in 3 days from now, so if you're watching this when it's published. Alright, let's get started then. So in the indicators here, I've basically got the 60-day trial to HEXGO, and 60-day trial is insanely generous, so I thought it was worth a look. Here are all the HEXGO parts to the puzzle though, so they have all these different things to go through. I'm trying to do a video on each one. Some of them are weird, some of them are good, and some of them are pretty bad. So the last one I did was the bars. This was a series of bars that appeared at the bottom of the screen, which were supposed to act like signals. And it was kind of weird, so wasn't super impressed with that. So I went to what their signature trading signals are supposed to be. These ones, trend signals. So this was the one that I have loaded right now. You can see it on the 1 hour chart on SPY. 1 hour chart, SPY. Trend signals. So basically the red indicates trend flow is what they, so they're not saying it's a buy or a sell. Maybe that's, I don't know why they'd really call it this, but basically this would be a sell or a short. So you take a short here and you can see the price action move down. This is the hour chart, and you can see these are lasting like 10 days. So they're long trades, even though it's set to an hourly time frame. And so this 10-day trade from the 20th all the way down to here. You can see the little take profit sign right there, TP with the little X. Then immediately we have a buy signal, so the greens with the up arrows are trend flow up, so it signals a buy. And you can see we moved up, and there's a take profit right here. And you can see that, you know, this one is in progress. It seems to be working at the moment. What I really like about this is that the take profit and stop losses remain even after the signal's closed. So often on things like Algo Pro, you'll see this type of thing where this is the entry price, this is the stop loss price since this is a short, and this is the take profit price. This is a guide for you while you're in the trade, so you'd be like, okay, cool, we're breaking down here, you know, if you're shorting from this signal here. So you're breaking down from the entry price and you're heading towards the target. It's awesome. But what will often happen is these will just disappear after the signal is finished. So it'll either hit the target or the stop, and that it just disappears. So you're left with the signal, and then you won't be able to see whether it would have worked in the past or not. The nice thing with this program, and I haven't seen this yet, is it actually leaves the take profit and stop loss is still in place. So you can see from all these previous signals that they've stayed in place, right? So here was this one for a bullish signal, take profit here. you can see one that failed, which was a bullish signal in this candle, and then it failed here. And these are dynamic, so this is an interesting thing about this system is you don't set like a 2-to-1 ratio. This is supposed to kind of figure it out for you, and I'm not sure the details on that. They claim it's AI, but who knows what that really means. But what you'll notice is it's not always like a 2-to-1. Like the stop loss on this one is not the same as the take profit on another one, or even the stop loss on another signal. So try and find an example. It can be a little hard. I mean, you can see the stop loss on this one is larger than it was on this one. Yeah, it's probably actually fairly similar. Let's see if it's more obvious. Like this one is a good one. So it said to short here, the short didn't work, and it said stop loss here. So this stop loss is much tighter than it was on, say, this one, which went all the way down there before there was a stop loss. So that it's dynamic, which is really interesting. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not, but a lot of them seem to work quite well. The only thing is there's no way to backtest these other than just like eyeballing them like this. And you can see that most of them work quite well, but a lot of them are, especially recently, a lot of the shorts have been stopping out. When you go into the menu for this, there's quite a few different configurations. So at the moment I've got the trend flow active and the signals active. That's what these TFs are, the shorts, and TF greens, which are the longs. And so at the moment I have this marked, range take profit. And you can see what it says about it here. It says range take profit based on average market change. It does not use ticks, points, pips, or percentages. Every take profit will be different for each signal. Pretty interesting, right? So definitely a little bit different. I actually like it. I actually like this part. It's kind of unique to this system. So I thought I'd just do a quick video on that. You have to make sure you're set on certain parameters, which there's no real auto as far as I can tell here. So for example, on the signals here, you don't have an ability to set this to auto. You have to change every time frame. So if you're doing short term, it's also not clear what short, medium, and long term actually are. I always just say like short term is like 1 to 30 minutes maybe, and then mid-term would be like an hour to 4 hours, and long term would be like daily chart. So at the moment I have on the 1 hour and I have it on short term. You can change it to mid-term and see how these things change, for example. But it's worth pointing out that you have to change those manually each time. So you can see stopped here, stopped out here, stopped out here. This one stopped out here. There's just like tons of stop outs. Okay, finally this short actually worked pretty well with a much bigger gain than most of these stop outs were. The real money was in this one. The, go long here and then take profit up there. So hasn't changed the current signal that's in progress at the moment on the 1 hour and SPY. And so let's just have a quick look at the daily. We can change. If it doesn't work on the daily, then honestly, the system's probably not worth it, because daily, basically, I want to make sure to change this to medium term or sort of long term. Dailies, like, they should always work out because you're getting rid of the market chop, the noise, right? So these algos should be able to cope with long term stuff a lot better. So still a little bit disappointed in the profit taken here. So you can see they are working. This short's working well, this long's working well. This one stopped out, but it was a really small loss. Looks like this long was a very, very long, all the way up here. One thing I'm not too happy about is the take profit seem a little fast. The problem is I can't get it so that it would move up. So you set in here, and the max that it goes to is 5. So what happens is if you adjust this to say 2.5, you'll notice what happens is the take profits come down even lower. So if you watch this symbol right here, this is the symbol to buy. The take profit at the moment is set to there. And if I go to like say 4, it'll jump up to there. And then if we go to 5, so it's not capitalizing on the full move as much. There is another part to this called dynamic take profit. Haven't experimented much with that. See what happens if we do that. It looks kind of terrible straight off the bat, so I'll have to mess with those. So that's something else to try and see if that's preferable. But so far, when I had it set on this, it was taking profit straight away, which is crazy. So I figured that I'd show you the one that I found to be the best. So this one. So hopefully that's helpful. I think this is called the trend flow signals on HEXGO. And the main thing here is you get 60 days to try this out. So I think it's definitely worth checking out if you have a moment. Alright guys, hopefully it's helpful and I'll talk to you soon.